this video, I'm going to talk about 4 tips and glitches that some of the best tier 1 duelers on Battle.net are aware of and use in their duels. Just being aware of these 4 things can instantly bring your dueling game to the next level. If you like D2 PvP content and streams, consider hitting that subscribe button and clicking the bell notification so you don't miss any content. With that being said, let's dive in. Number 1, walking and blocking. If you haven't noticed by now in your D2 gameplay or from watching some of my streams, having max block is a very important thing in Diablo 2 when it comes to PvP. But what some people don't know is that how you move around actually affects your block percent. Have you ever noticed you're standing in one spot, casting spells or doing your thing, and you're blocking just fine, but the second you start to move away, you start getting cracked by arrows and charge, and it seems like things hit you a lot more? That's because they do. If you're in running animation, your block percent goes down by 2/3 of its original value. So if you had 75% block to start with, and you start running around, suddenly you have 25% block. But there are things that you can do to maintain that block percent as you're moving around the map. And the most important thing to do is just walk. Just hit the R button and make your character walk around the map instead of run. In doing so, you will notice a significant difference in the amount of physical attacks and barrages that you end up blocking as opposed to running around the map. Even if you're a character that teleports around the map quite a bit, it's still important to get in the habit of hitting R to make your character walk so that you always keep your block percentage as high as it can be at all times. As a side note, a paladin's block percentage actually goes down by the same amount when they're in charge animation. So if you're ever in a spot where you need to do some well-timed strikes, keep that in mind. Number 2, Tele, also known as character screen teleport. Have you ever dueled against someone and it seems like you just can't get rid of them? You can't get the space that you need to recover and rebound for the next attack. It just seems like they're teleporting so much further than you. They very well may be using Tele. This is a trick you can use to teleport up to 50% further than normal. You can achieve this by bringing up an in-game menu on either the left or right side of your screen, depending on which way you're going, clicking teleport and dragging it under that screen. Most people typically use the C and T keys, which bring up the character screen and skill tree respectively. If it sounds complicated, that's because it is. It's far too complicated for my dumb ass, but there are some awesome players out there who can pull this off and make it look so easy. SYNCHED is an amazing top tier dueler on US East. In this video, he's dueling Murphy, in my opinion, one of the best bone necros on Battle.net. He fluidly displays Tele in action. Notice the character screen and skill tree he brings up as he's moving around. In a lot of instances, he's quick enough to drag his cursor past the character screen before the first teleport animation is even finished casting. Doing this allows him to cover a lot more ground and traverse the map very efficiently. You'll notice that he is able to put on so much pressure and cover so much distance that it's difficult for Murphy to get the space that he needs to set up for another attack. Although this takes some getting used to, it can definitely pay dividends in duels. If you're anything like me, you probably need a lot more practice before you can fluidly pull it off. Number 3, desync. I hate this one, but here's what it is and here's how to beat it. When a character runs fast enough, they can desync. This means that a player does not appear in the place where they actually are. They're a phantom. This can be caused by a number of things, but happens most typically when a character is moving quickly with over 120% faster run walk. Most commonly, it's done with the paladin character while using vigor and charge to zip across the map. The reason this is so annoying and effective is because the person who is doing all the desyncing has the element of surprise. You literally may not even be able to see the player if they're right next to you. So you can imagine all of the crazy shit that comes along with that. Being that this is my least favorite glitch in Diablo 2, I want to talk more about what you can do to stop it. If you're frustrated by Din's always syncing on you, try remembering this. As soon as a desynced player is hit or even put into block animation, they instantly resynchronize in the game and you can see their real positions. One of the reasons I use Widowmaker against Hammerdins is for this exact reason. This works best with skills that always hit your opponent. Holy Freeze, Holy Fire auras, FOH, poison or magic skills, any sorceress skill, Mind Blast, you name it. If the skill causes hit recovery or block animation instantly, your opponent will resync. If a player ever appears stuck on the screen, it's fair to assume that they're probably desynced. Just walk up to their Phantom and hit it with your favorite one of those skills, and you'll quickly find out where they really are. And last but not least, number 4, the weapon swap glitch. Some characters are not blessed with good, faster hit recovery frames. Amazon, Druid, I'm looking at you. But even if your character does have great FHR, it's still possible to get stun locked by a variety of attacks. A Barb's Leap, for example, along with an Assassin's Mind Blast or a Paladin's Charge or Smite, all of these can put you in an unescapable death trap of FHR lock. However, the weapon swap glitch, or WSG, can actually help you escape those deadly situations. The small animation that triggers when you swap items can actually cancel the FHR animation of any character. If timed correctly, your hit recovery frames will be reduced to nearly nothing, and you'll be able to escape these deadly locks from your opponent. So the next time you're getting mind blasted into oblivion, spam that W button and walk or Tele out of it. It's not a guarantee that you're gonna get out of it, but your chances go up significantly. So there's a handful of tips, tricks, and glitches that you should know for Diablo 2 PvP. How many did you know? Did you know all 4? If so, you're probably already an awesome dueler, and congrats on that. Either way, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that understanding those things helps you out in your future duels. Also, to my friends on here, Twitch just gave me a subscribe button. I couldn't have done that without the support of all of you going and finding me on there and following. So I just honestly want to thank all of you for that and for all of the support that you've given me on YouTube and on Twitch so far. So if you haven't already, feel free to find me on there and join in on our streams. Until then, I'll catch you in the next video or live stream. Take care.